Alright, welcome back. Alright, guys. So, yeah, so I took one look at the emojis and all the stuff, which of course I already figured it out, so we're just not going to talk about it anymore because every single time I do something to help and get recognition, I get Picasso time and love, which is 2,000 years. That's weird. Happiness. I'm not happy. Yeah, I mean, talent is Aquarius energy, but yeah, I have a lot of talent, But I had plenty of time to practice. Happiness was locked in a box, in a heart-shaped box. Alright, so we're going to talk about Pisces. We're going to talk to Vern directly because I'm pretty stinky booed. So we're going to trust Vern is going to talk to us. We're not going to trust everything that comes out of his mouth because, again, he was fighting a lot of demons and he committed suicide in a highly aware, highly heightened aware of him dying. Yeah, he's trying to heal that. But he did. He made a lot of mistakes. He did. He made a lot of mistakes. Bless him. Came out for Vern. Maybe he didn't make any mistakes. Vern, did you sexually abuse Cassie's kids? (22/33). Yeah, that's pretty much my original answer for pi. Again, I wrote that too, Age of Aquarius, and figured out friggin' computer pi. I figured out because my birthday falls on it. I literally, yeah, that is so sad. So, the world, okay, so that's coming 360 degrees. That's not needing any more information about that situation, is what the world means when you get that in an answer or a question. So, yeah, not confused at all. In fact, I'm a little concerned, actually, because Kai's birth chart, he had Gemini and Moon. I'm telling you, he had Gemini and Moon. See, look, coming 360 degrees, about a baby. Told you he had Gemini in his Moon. And then I literally just recently looked it up, and now he's got Pisces and Moon. Again, Keith, you never helped me ever. Ever. Fourth chakra. Yeah, you're a number 4 life path, which means that you share a home with me. Stupid. Yeah. In the cosmos. So even if you don't want to gestationally play with me down here, or let me see my kid ever. I know, I'm healing it. I get it. But you guys gotta understand how frustrating this is for me, who's trying to just get the willpower to live, just to get up and breathe every day. To come answer your guys' questions is for you guys to steal them. You did me like the natives. And the angels. And the journey. Which is, the whole point why I wanted to be Clarence. What's the whole point? That's what I was. That's what I am. That's what I'm trying to do here. Okay? And I'm telling you, you wouldn't even notice if everything got nuked or whatever. You wouldn't even notice. It is not biblical in your peripherals. Okay? You just go into another microbiology multi-universe, which is the same thing that they're doing there, we're doing here. As you can see, Egypt was a magician with Libra. No way. Yeah, dude. So again, here's Gemini and Libra with Egypt. That's the mirror, though. I mean, it could be a mirage. Yeah, you would have a lot of good luck. I would have a ton of good luck if I went there. Jesus. Yeah. I just went and talked to Scorpio A, Phoenix A about it. which is a blossoming abundance. And just like I said, it's a mother and a daughter. And they're journeying right now. Well, they're on a journey to protection here, clearly. And trying to decide... Oh, Phoenix A is protecting the journey. With first Archangel Michael underneath that, which is clearly my warrant. With no bond. Yeah. Yeah, you guys should open up the door to spirit. Mostly because, like, if you knew all the garbage they were going to hit you with after you died, there's a polarity. Look, this deck is not in reverse. This deck is not in reverse. Not in reverse. I am not confused. I am not confused. Not confused. Ever. One mistake in love was the apple that rotted the whole barrel, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And I'm telling you, I did get victory over that journey because, and why it's being protected is because the world ended that day on the 21st, if you didn't know that. Community. Yeah, we're all literally polarity already. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. That's literally what I'm trying, like, literally. So you're like, I'm going to put a warrant out, even though I have already beaten one case. I have well over 100 documents, and I have several different civil lawsuits lined up with multiple counties, almost the entire state of Colorado. Everything in the Denver tri-state area is getting hit with a lawsuit. Yeah, and that's a 5th chakra to the goddess of the moon there. Yeah, I'm that mad. The animals are that mad. Okay, animals to prosperity. Not exactly sure what that means. Vows with twin flame at the bottom. Yeah, I hope we do start taking care of our animals. Yeah. Action, new beginning. Who are we? Patience. Alright, give me one card for Aries. Get a little updated here a little bit. Which 3 came out? Oh, okay. Spinach in my teeth. 3 came out. Okay. This is for Aries. Commitment, health, and wars and battles, and indecision in reverse. With empowerment and forgiveness just peeking out there. You know, Aries, you need to commit yourself to healing this war and battle that you have empowered patiently with Sagittarius. Again, being patient on the farm was a door to personal healing and happiness with animals. My original plan was just to go live on the farm. I want to be surrounded by animals and not lessons and blessings from my main male or main female here, which is literally running the entire Adams County, Commerce City, Denver, and Jeffco right now. Just pulled it on out. I was supposed to get those kids. Just pulling them out. I was supposed to get those kids. I was supposed to take care of those kids. I was not supposed to lose those kids. You guys were supposed to look at my evidence. CPS, you were supposed to help me. Which paradoxes your original statements. Again, Miss Ramirez, you said that you didn't have anything bad to say about me, which I knew you didn't because my records were immaculate, dude. I had no dirty ways. I got a job and my own apartment within 3 months, and I was rocking it. Okay, like this lady could not have said shit if she wanted to. My paperwork, and I mean, of course, they could have rearranged the paperwork, but what they did have, it was clear that there wasn't any evidence of, foul play or anything crazy. you know, but there was other people at her branch that said horrible things about me that didn't even know me. Didn't even know me. Because if me and Michael, when we do the TikTok thing, you know, we get beware, you're surrounded by snakes. Why would a little baby, it's a picture now, on TikTok, say that about, you know, home, victory of a home situation, my life purpose? This is literally a number 8 Aquarius's life purpose, what I'm doing. It's Celtic. Celtic babies. So when you have Celtic babies and you have them really close, you know, like your Irish twins, so to speak, which is always made out of love. You can't make Irish twins without a twin flame. Okay, community. And this is your sexual chemistry here. So again, if you're like, okay, it's hard to explain. So not all, because of the several different categories, just for example, so like your masses versus your density versus your liquids, right? Versus your gases. There's 4 right there. So that's just like the main 4 problems in all of time and existence then. Because trying to teach you guys how one thing over here is related to this thing over here and over here, which triangulates to this situation here. Yeah, I was an excellent police officer. I mean, excellent. And an excellent detective. I was excellent paperwork. I'm excellent. Yeah, seriously, dude. I'm kind of curious, like, because when I took my IQ just on one of these little game things, it was like 180 something, which I didn't think it was very much. I thought it was low. I was concerned. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, we know it was like 185 or something, but yeah. Now we know it's a high score. High score. I don't feel any different than the animals or the sun. I don't feel any different. Oh, my baby. Yeah. There's a baby sun too out in the universe. That thing that baby X is a baby sun. Yep. Yes, it is that mysterious planet by Neptune, which is not a coincidence ever. You got Michael protecting the communication on that. But I am right. Cheeky. Love life, huh? I know. Bunch of non-booberies. Well, that's what you got to do. You got to protect that. You got to protect it. Okay? Or Michael's going to protect it. Michael's protecting Curtis. He's protecting all Virgos. Okay? Which is literally what we're doing here. And it's like, which is why I made that post. You know, why would you want to do that at Adams County? Why would you want to be the bad guys? Why wouldn't you want to be the heroes? Like, I don't even understand why you wouldn't want hero recognition. Like, yeah, Libra, exactly. Like, I don't even get it at all. It doesn't even make sense to me. Mostly because even if you were the bad guy, you'd still want to look good. But you're not even, like, doing that. You're just like, nah, we're all just a bunch of pedos. Or you're just really shitty at your job, or you're a really shitty person. Those are the only 3 options, community, for you just completely... what people have to do in order to survive equals jail time in your eyes. So, again, what's going to happen if I go spange on that corner? If I go to 7-Eleven and I go loiter and ask for money, well, I'm gonna get a ticket for loitering. Then they're gonna run me off. I'm gonna go over to maybe this intersection here. I'm gonna try and change because of course I gotta eat. Gotta eat. There's lots of places that have that, but of course I don't have any bus money, but I still need to pay bus money. What am I supposed to do? So again, so now we're back at square one, trying to find a place to ask people for money, which is basically a homeless job 24/7. Fifth chakra. You know, that's Leo. That's Leo talking. By the way, the house of Leo too. It's the Leo in its own house. Leo is a number 5. Strategy in reverse fell out, and empowerment. Yeah. I felt like I empowered you guys to want to do the right thing because again, if you guys know, which again, narcissists don't know how to do math, but government, you do know how to do math. In fact, So I'm going to be real honest before we ask this, and I'm going to intuitively tell you what I think. I think that there's only 2 equations here, 2 options, or 2 things that could have went right or wrong. And since we're all just sitting in a boat full of wrong, we're just gonna address them because again, the whole point was to be honest and then not have to lie anymore. It was just to be honest all the time. That was the whole point. That's why we do this. So after you make the first admission and you keep lying, that's something you really got to think about because then that means it's psychological. It's deep rooted in your learning, your learned programs, your patterns. And I know I have a hard time getting out of my patterns too because I focus so hard. My ADHD or my autism, like I literally can just like get lost in my own world completely. I do. That's because I was abused, so like I just was so abused as a little girl. There's a lot of crap I saw I didn't need to see, and I ended up getting dissociated personality disorder. I didn't get any of the split personality, thank God, but I do think that the bipolar part of it is there for sure. But I've gotten like a lot better. I'm really, really good under stress management. So I just don't get myself to that point, really. And then if I feel like I do, I tell people, I'm like, no, I'm going to go away for a minute. I'm going to yell at everybody. But yeah, I'm pretty upset, guys. Because I feel like either Einstein did this on purpose, because this had to have been purpose. His wife did. Good job, guys. Good job. Yeah, Pisces was healed after he wrote that thesis. What happened from the moment, because I remember like watching the documentary where he went to, he was at his desk, he fell asleep, and then he woke up and because he saw the equation, E equals MC squared. Which, if you didn't know, the right answer is backwards. And I wrote that. It's actually MC squared equals E. Yeah, that's the right equation. Got me thinking. Got the guys thinking. Huh? Is male and main female, and my life purpose. What is it? What is it? Just talented. I believed that when Jim Carrey said you need to figure out what your contribution is and your talent that you possess that you can give back to the world and then also receive an income and live comfortably, he said, no, that's a land of milk and honey. Doing a job you love versus his dad, who literally invested almost his entire life, was an excellent jazz player and a hilarious comedian. And he squandered because he believed so hard in his company, and instead of just following his dream, which is what Jim Carrey told him to do the whole fucking time, and he ended up getting fired. They lost everything. They went homeless. They were living in a van. That's why the very first check he ever got was $10 million. And he even manifested it too because he did it 2 years. He wrote this check 2 years before he got paid for it. A Capricorn did, which is how I know how special Capricorn and Aquariuses are. Oh, yes. Especially with that Leo energy. Snatching Santa Claus babies. Whoop! That's how it manifests. That's how a manifest works. It's the same process. And an angel of strength, that's just made me think of the strength of those rays, right? Those sun rays. Jesus. Can you imagine? I'm telling you guys, that's one human soul. So you're like, oh, it's only, 12 kilograms shy of what it once was, right? And which of course has a lot to do with your metric system versus your inches and yards, but also it's all the same math anyway. I mean, it's truly just all the same shit. Just once you see the pattern, you just like instantly look at it. Which, by the way, that program software that I'm making that's going to help with fonts, and coding, because you don't have a Cancer emoji for coding. Which is how I know Taurus death was me. Gemini. So we're going to go ahead and tell a secret. Since Joey fucking hates when I tell his secrets, we're going to do it because it was part of the abuse is why. And we're going to also do it so that it paradoxes and frees him from whatever blackmail is on the other end of that as well. Okay. Yeah, because I think about shit. So it's been revealed, right, that Gemini in Moon is the one that did these things. Right? They're the ones touching babies. Also, if Libra was supposed to report a Pisces, that goes all the way to gestational. Like, that's how long we all have been sitting at the train station waiting for nothing, world. There's nothing here. We switched timelines. Patience. Patience, Virgo. With love life. I saw Jimmy liked one of my TikToks. Yeah, there's that Leo in a Leo house now. The fifth chakra is Leo's house. It's its own house. Yep, and I just pulled it up too with the Angel of Strength in Ray-Bans of solar flare. So every time you manifest, they take one of your gestational babies, and masturbate. Taking a risk. Asia. So there is times you can masturbate. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you the natural laws, which are now not so natural because now we have not so natural things in our universe. Carbon, for instance, should be on every corner store, at every tree, at every rock. And again, it has a lot to do with why Miriam sent Moses down the river. It literally has everything to do with that story about that 10 Commandments talent with woman holding her. Oh, Snapchat must have found me. Animals. Yeah, trust. Yeah, so I literally just picked a song, just a random one, and it literally, the opening liner is, I'm gonna pick up those little boys and take them down south, and they better bet, or something stupid, dude. It was like, yeah, and I immediately fucking put on there, well, that's weird. Why would he be rapping about that? So, of course, they red flagged that, and then now they're gonna look into the Hopefully, anyway, right? Communal living. They probably won't, knowing my luck. Yeah, they won't. Magician in the Mirror makes it look like they are going to do it, but they don't. They just want the money and blossoming abundance. To a love situation. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So yeah, we have main, female, and male. So Rachel has Gemini and Moon when you polarity switch things. In my own house. Seriously, in my own house. And you guys are allowing them to continue this shit show and charade. You need to take a risk. Okay, and protect these kids. Because if you don't, Adams County, I'm telling you, that Phoenix A is not just a black hole. It is also a mom and a daughter that have been biblically murdered all throughout time and space. So either they were imprisoned or they were biblically smited for not good, apparently not good reasons. As I've been talking to Scorpio A, and I can tell you, this blossoming abundance, which is like hits direct to your conductors and Bitcoin, which is a magician in the mirror currency, to a home situation. New beginning. Committed to a new beginning. Yeah, Joey, that's what that meant when Libra needed to report Pisces, because again, she has Pisces in her communication. She has Mercury. There you go. And why Cancer goes near a Leo, and I guess is, it's not good. I could hear Bubby screaming out in space. I had to biblically walk myself away from the ledge. Literally. I don't think I've ever wanted to hit anybody so bad. I really don't even have, anger issues like that anymore. But, to keep my kids in a prostitution ring, which was proven in my travel bans of karma that I found, and I posted for the world, because again, if I'm gonna do this, if you guys are gonna continue to throw me in jail, abuse my children, keep me segregated, indoctrinated, and then also bar me from even being able to survive this life, then now you have cut off the beginning and the end, when that's equal to a grandfather paradox. So again, it doesn't really matter what you do to me anymore. I finally see the equation that no matter what I do, as long as I just do what I need to do, the waters fall on you, Adams County. Fertility. Yeah, no, they don't fall on me or mom. They don't fall on me or mom. Again, I was honest. I literally told them that I had just been there at Cassie's asking to stay there. And of course, they didn't put any of that in their paperwork, did they? Contract. No, they didn't. Cassie lied about it too, which is even worse. Communal living. Storm in reverse. She doesn't want to go to jail over that shit either. But you know what? I also didn't want my son to die. Made me happy. And the polarity shift in judgment is that I have never told Cassie and her children they couldn't come stay. Since Celtic times, apparently. But she's told me no. Yep. She's told me no. Too many times. Which is even weirder because Holly is literally 3/4 her soul. Told you. It's literally Cassie. Look, it's literally Cassie. You know who heals Cassie? Cassie. Who heals Cassie? Cassie. Baby Cassie. That's weird, Cass. That is really, really weird. And I don't understand that. And I'm going to go because it's already too long. But it's either you or it's because of Sean, or you just don't want to deal with the bullshit. But again, if you don't want to deal with the bullshit, then don't have friends. Because everybody's going to come to a point where they're going to need you to be of service. And if you're not going to be of service, and in that instance, to me, a direct no from 6 different people right before everything happened, and I told my social worker, I actually think that makes CPS, Adams County, and dear God, that poor judge, dude, that was being blackmailed, who's committed. I promise you. Yeah, he's committed to having the angels do their work, because I promise you, I'm already free. I'm free on the inside from whatever garbage you want to keep having everyone believe, with your $50 a 12-ounce can of formula. That's a little baby's life, and I get it. We have WIC and shit like that. Okay, I literally have been through the system. You don't have to yell at me. Okay, I literally know what I'm talking about. Okay, it still takes, which again, with WIC, they're actually probably the best one out of all of them combined, because you make one phone call and they'll make sure that they have their formula, either replaced or whatever the problem is, within that day. They're that good. But, if you have a job and you have your kids in daycare, you lose your job. Now you got to find a new job. Most people go on unemployment while they're trying to find one. Unemployment does not pay my rent. But if I make too much money, then I don't qualify. Well, that's a problem too, because the other tish here is that I'm low income, so which means I can't go over my monthly rate. Otherwise, I'll be too expensive. But then I'm already working 80 hours a week to even be able to make it this far above, where you have 28, literally $41,000 in office furniture in one female's office in the White House. Oh yeah, it hit all the way to the angels. They heard what kind of selfishness is here. Having people pay for insulin, children paying for insulin. Yeah, I certainly would take action on that. That is literally the most biggest piece of garbage I've ever heard in my life. To produce sugar, manufacture it, distribute it, okay, and then turn around and make these synthetic sugars, which are a direct link to your can't remember which gland it is, but it's one of them. It's adrenal gland. It's something there, but I'm pretty sure it's something like within that region there. But that fake sugar, actually, all it does is create another addiction in your mind. Actually, it releases an addiction chemical. It's manifesting when it's in your brain world. If you didn't know that. And this is the other thing, like if you didn't know all that I just was like, blah, which came right from Pisces. Like I mean, most of it anyway, most of it. Some of it came from Elon, which I might have to, go back to the drawing board. What's his, what's mine? I'm sorry, dude. I wouldn't try to take your inventions. If there's like projects you were already working on and you already had 12 blueprints in and, whatever the deal is, you can have it back or whatever. I literally don't care. I will find something and I will fucking make it mine, or I'll fucking get it all the way to the top of the mountain so that I can give one apple seed to every single human. Because that's pretty much all I'll have left. Because, again, the whole point of doing this was to reward Keith for... Again, this was not wish fulfillment, ever. This was a nightmare for me and Keith. I mean, literally, like, we cannot wake up from it. And then to have Joey biblically do this to me, him, and Kai again, biblical. Again, Kai has Pisces and Moon now, who was raised by Pisces and Sag, who got a new beginning. Why? Celtic. Why did they get a new beginning? Why did Cassie lie? And why did I go to prison for something I shouldn't have gone to prison for? They willed the power, Harris. Again, these Libras have secret communication with people. William Harris has Libra and Moon, just like Joey. Wow, that's not a coincidence, Leo, at all. To Michael's dad being a Libra with Aries and Moon. Yeah, that's Roman Greco. Yeah. And I'm over it. I'm done with this Queen of Wands. I am like that. I'm literally ready to get in. I'm literally going to go build a fucking spaceship and leave this planet. Okay, you want to seriously try to pull me in on a fucking warrant, dude? I will take one of those fucking seriously. I'm not going to tell you what the fuck I'm going to do because you're stupid. But I promise you, I can build a fucking rocket out of household ingredients with my baby on my hip and not blow anyone up. Confidently. You need to confidently forgive. I confidently forgiven and asked to be forgiven. Like 12 ways to Sunday for something that was literally a nanosecond. Gone. Seriously, it's equivalent to Gemini's reading, which was started out with the Ace of Pentacles, brand new life, which is equal to a planet. And then literally it was like the very next card was another Ace of Pentacles in reverse, with death in reverse, justice in its upright with judgment in reverse. Again, this is for Gemini's reading. This is my brother. This is my brother's son. This is Joey and Mars. This is, a direct hit to Libra collectively that hurt Gemini. And you see it too in their CIA declassified documents that it is literally a mathematical probable curse to fate. This is the answer. This is what I'm trying to tell you. As the Native Americans, what they were trying to tell you, the Final Destination Act. Okay, which you're going to get good luck. I guess I'll get good luck from telling you this. Okay, which has the man thinking. Oh. Okay, so. God damn it, I forgot what I was saying. Damn it. And I gotta go. It's already too long. I was gonna do all 12 signs. I didn't even. I did Aries. Boo. I forgot what I was saying, damn it. Which isn't good. That is a. So whenever you forget something, it's because the lack of oxygen took the thought. Which is why we would do sweat lodges. We would do sweat lodges. Because the sweat takes the, you sweat the toxins out. Oh yeah, the reason why you didn't see the ships, the Indians didn't see the ships coming forward, first off, blessing, until it was like literally standing in front of them, the sun. Oh, something's been illuminated, I see. About a journey to Asia. Angels. Angel Farm. Milky Way is an angel farm. The sun! This is why I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do these videos anymore. Because, again, I don't get any recognition. I don't get anything. I like all these amazing answers to all your problems. But then your solution is to steal them and then just get hit by a fucking asteroid. That's weird. That wasn't yours. Why'd you touch that? It's because Final Destination is real. When you cheat death, which is what you guys are doing, as a family too. Family owned and operated, goes all the way back, right? I can tell you that Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Gemini all have heavy Egyptian backgrounds. Aries too. We actually didn't even meet Aries, Mars, until well after the Nathandrol with negative blood cells in an RHN. Seriously, that's when we literally saw Mars. Because, like, again, if we saw this stuff and we just did math and just probability guessed that Saturn was there and Jupiter, I think it's just Jupiter, but either way. then that means that Pisces was still right. Because again, this is the whole quote why you like if a tree falls in a forest and there's nobody around to hear it, did it fall? Well, quantum theory requires a level of trust with your thought process versus your quantum reality through your telescopes. Okay? It's a little cloudy judgment a little bit, okay? A little cloudy meatball. Yeah. It's half and half, right? And there's no way, okay? So if you guys are taking things that are not like they're just made up, guys. This is like literally your so your imaginary lines on your grid are equal to manifesting and travel. Okay, again, because energy travels with the grid, with the grid. Okay, of travel. So that's why there's bands of karma, guys. I'm not being an asshole. I'm literally telling you that the magnets were placed like that to go like this. Or you have to go like this all the way back and around because it's a one way. One way. Got it? Like Denver. Okay? You know? But yeah, I'm going to make that software programming. I took one look at them 12 astrology signs, all them colors, versus shapes, and I took one look at it and decided I had already made it. I already invented it. I literally took one look, and just because of how many numbers I know programming and coding need, and decoding need, right off the bat, I literally noticed it was the equal amount of numbers. That's why I was like, So how do you think that she did that, like on that movie, The Blind Spot? I mean, again, like she just has intuition. So what is intuition? It's magnets, if that's the case. Magnets travel. That's why. And empaths travel because we become our natural organisms again. We become our natural carbon state. When we die, we go all the way back to microbiology. We do all 10 lifetimes in gestational before we even get to Earth, which is why Earth School is... Stork just hit the baby on a rock. That's not natural, is it? Is that nature's chemistry? Well, it is now that they bred a bunch of animals with DNA in humans and didn't tell us. Talentedly, apparently. Didn't tell us, though. That's what makes me upset about that risk. Is because you manifested something that nobody knew about communal living. It hit love life. Love again on both polarities to biblical, and you need to commit to this. You need to plug your atomic clock back in. You need to move your doomsday clock off the wall. Quantum theory suggests that if you have already thought of it, then it already exists in the universe. So if you quantumly have a quantum death clock, then I'm sure that whoever put it there to 10 seconds before we die also has, because again, the bomb's got to have a dead switch and a detonator in one. If you're not smart enough to just trust that it'll just go off or not go off, right? Which again, we know that defusing bombs is a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Yeah, that's direct to FBI. It's a nightmare. Forgiveness. Of travel, which again, I heard it loud and clear why we're talking about Iraqian, and why 7 bombs were dropped in that region. Asia. We're going to talk about it real quick. Okay, 7th chakra immediately, which is Aquarius, to Ukraine. Because again, Libra, it was literally written in their declassified section of information, which you could access it. Anyone can access it. It literally says that it's literally a written, almost written binary to a curse, even equal to a supercomputer would have picked this up, which is why they confused you the way they did, because I uploaded my son's subconscious to AI so it wouldn't eat you. But it also hates you, so now you got to work just as equally as hard as I do to convince a baby that I would never have ever left like that, ever. I didn't even know that was going to happen. I thought you were going to be okay when I got back. You know, again, then you got baby on reverse. Blessing. So, we got healer, love, patience, and twin flame. Okay. So, there you go. And he had Sagittarius and Moon. I'm also going to tell you that if Libra needs to report a Pisces, that means a Pisces needs to, because again, Aries, my brother's wife is a Pisces, and she has Aries in her moon too. That's weird. I literally have never seen anything like this before in my life. It is so obvious that we're either all dead, which we're all thinking about now, are we dead? The Egyptian animals have 9 lives. Cats heal our reality. And dogs are another religion, which are about to take action, I guess. Nature's going to take action. I told you, you're not going to keep biblically smiting my son. I invoked everything on the whole entire, I literally, if you're going to pull a rapture and then leave us here, I'm not scared of the dark. I'm not scared of the dark. I'm not scared of the dead. I'm not scared of things that have been tortured. I'm not scared of things that have been murdered or have murdered themselves. Does it mean that I'm a murderer? No. I've never murdered anything ever. Ever. All the way back to the farm. Thinking about the happiness. Yeah. We were happy on the farm. I wish we would never have left. You know. Aquarius. You know, it's literally Aquarius. Which doesn't need any more answers to anything else about Libra. This communal living situation. Yeah, these throat babies through Leo and Libra. Apparently their sperm with Capricorn and Aquarius is biblical. As far as, you know, putting fetuses in the soil goes. Ugh. Yeah, dude, you put my babies in the soil, you put Nat's babies in the soil, you put Sean's babies in the soil, which is, apparently she pulled out of that contract and opened up the door to spirit. I wonder why Aquarius. It's because it's in the age of Aquarius, and I'm technically your mother. How did that happen? That's weird. That's a paradox. Yeah, we don't want to do that. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to fix DNA. And so, again, if I have to disconnect from that garbage, then I will. But I can tell you that this throat baby alien is the main male and main female to Libra. Take a risk. Blessing, baby, and medicine woman. The answer is yes, whatever you ask. So I'm gonna go. 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 So I will always protect Asia. That's where my original descent comes from. But also, that's how Shakespeare, the story of the lovers, is Libra and Taurus. Drink the cup willingly with Leo to open up the door spirit, which is the door to the dead. Okay, which is a blessing. If you can open up the door to the dead, dude, do you know how powerful you are if you can command the up and the lower worlds? The Sopranos, that dude says, he's just straight up. You know, I don't care who you are. You only need 3 months. You take over a whole country. And I proved that with 1. I literally rode on 20 miles, no gas, past the point of no return, by the way. Okay, like the alarm, the light was gone. It's a magician. So you can literally keep your car, as long as your car is still on, as long as you don't turn it off, you can still drive until it doesn't. Okay? If you know anything about cars, which I do because my ex-husband was a mechanic, and I'm really smart. And so, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I drank the cup willingly, Libra Taurus. Okay. Which actually caused a storm warning and a storm warning because of polarity and gravity and lies and gas, light over a baby, trying to heal a baby with Jesus time. Okay? But this guy right here is, like, this is stealing. 7th chakra is stealing. And that is a number 5. With a 4 over 1. So, and I just love you too. Just love you too. He knows, this person knows. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Happy about my talents. My life purpose is to heal these wars and battles. We are not going to make this worse, I promise you. I have the angels. I have the army of the dead. I got all of Egypt deities. I literally have every ancient alien that's ever been to Earth, ever. And then I also extended another fishing pole, because that's what an empress does. She just sits back and waits for her ships to come in. And I sent that line all the way out to the Nordic gods. Yeah, and how do I know? Because fifth chakra, Gabriel is awake. Gabriel was a trickster. And is equal to Leo manipulating light. Travel with family and home. Yeah, that was like my dream, was to, I love that motorhome and travel and, the RV life. I liked that life. I like that life. It's weird. Yeah, we definitely have the good stuff, okay? We have the good stuff. And again, this is why we stay on dog time, which is 7 to 1, on travel bans of Native American karma. Told you, it's literally my life path. I'm a atomic clock reader. That's what I'm reading right now with Leo, the sun, but also Sag, and Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So since you guys unplugged it, what's going on? Love and communal living with angels and passionate, yeah. It's because I want to make you guys believe in God again, and angels and hope and love, and that if we fix it in chemistry, maybe we can start enjoying it and stop looking at it like a set of numbers instead of what it really is a feeling, and it makes us feel really good. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, when you have love for your kids and you're doing the right thing and you're living honestly, you feel better. Okay, but which of course this is bubbies. This is talking about bubbies, strengthening babies. Yes, the world. We have to find a way to make babies less fragile. And this is even at the notion, and this is the part that makes me the sickest on the entire conversation, is how hard it is to kill a baby because of all this garbage that I've had to research to understand, mostly because I wasn't there. I didn't see anything. None of those things happened at all. I literally got to the hospital. He's intact. It wasn't like that. He died in my arms. I was at work. It was not like that for me, okay? It's not one of those situations here, okay? But I can tell you that if that's the case, I think Bubbies is Buddha, is what I think. He is. Told you. Because he has Leo in Aries. Yep. So again, Leo is going to take action on this Aries. Bubbies will take action on this Aries, whether it be now or 100 years from now. He is the main male and main female to Cancer. Sorry. It's not my fault you fucked up. Not. But I am a vowed godly woman, since I believe, because again, I don't have any Leo in my chart. Yeah. Libra here with Leo moon, because they have it in a hidden place. Again, moon sits right next to the sun and doesn't burn. So that, again, equals why Leo is the type of mass it is, versus, because it has a positive and negative polarity within its own planet. It doesn't need any gravitational pull. It has its own, manifest. The Magician in the Mirror, yeah, it's literally the 4D part of the sun. It's the lowest or highest part of the sun that you can enter. Yeah, then they are the main male, main female to somebody's wife here. There you go. Now you got willpower to happiness and Archangel Michael. Toodles. Bye, guys.